Welcome to another live session at the Blunt Lab. I am Al, joined by my brothers Marcus and Matt. What's going on, fellas?
Good to be here.
What's up, boys?
All right. Well, hey, we're gonna debut a new segment of Marcus's today.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go ahead and start that off.
All right. Still working the kinks out. I guess for now it'll be movies with Marcus or Marcus at the movies. Something movies, Marcus somewhere. We'll figure it out. We'll get it right. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about the Thunderbolts because I went and saw it last weekend. And I don't want to be too hyperbolic. This is one of the best Marvel movies I've seen in years. Like this was up there with like Avenger movies. Like this was quality. Like it had good comedy, like actually funny shit, not just overly saturated. It had heart, like emotional moments and like stuff that you can relate to.
Did you cry?
And no. There was a moment where I was like, oh. That kind of hit me in the feels. I was like, whoa, take it easy.
It's okay.
And,
it's okay to cry.
And the thing I love the most about it, because I have this issue with a lot of movies, even in theaters, movies drag so much. This movie did not drag. It was like everything was in there for a reason. And yeah, they've changed the marketing. So now, like, that's not really a spoiler. They put that out there. That's how it ends with them being called the New Avengers.
Really?
And the post credit, one of the post credits was the New Avengers thing, and the other post credit, I won't give it away, but
so there's two post credits.
Yeah, like the mid credit, the end credit. The end credit was it made you excited for the future. But yeah, our guy from Stranger Things, like this dude is gold, man. He is gold. Yelena,
which one?
Great. Hopper. The sheriff.
Oh, yeah. That's my dude, man.
Yeah, the Red Guardian. I mean, I honestly, like, I've thought about it. Like, I really don't have any real complaints about it. Like, I would say that this is the best Marvel movie maybe since Infinity War. I might even put it over Endgame. And that's what I'm saying. I don't want to be hyperbolic about it. I think it was better than Deadpool, Wolverine. Love that. Shang-Chi is another one. Love that. But I'm like, this movie to me was like, This felt like Marvel and they're like on their come up. Like it was really to the point. Had the good comedy, had the good, heartfelt stuff. It set up the future, but it also felt contained. Like a lot of the movies feel like they're just shoehorning shit in just because it's like this expanded universe. Like this felt like a story within them. And I'm sorry, go ahead.
Would this be spoiling it by answering this? Like, shit. Maybe it would. You know what? Scratch it. I don't want you to spoil the movie for anyone.
No, man, you can ask it. You can ask it.
No. It would actually spoil the movie, and I don't want you to do that. Yeah, go ahead.
I got a question too. What about the new Spider-Man? Do you think this was better than that? Because I loved the new Spider-Man.
Oh, No Way Home?
Yeah.
Oh. I think it's on par. Like the new Spider-Man had that nostalgia to it, like seeing Tobey and Garfield. Like that was a different film.
But is the new Spider-Man considered a Marvel movie or Sony?
Oh, sure. It's got to be Marvel.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's tied into their. I mean, I know it's Sony, but it's tied in. But the last thing I want to say about the movie, the character Bob, his dad. Like his dad, I think was the dad in Casper. Like I think it's Bill Pullman. This guy once you see.
Yeah.
His son looks just like him, and he might have been the best part of the movie. Bob, the character Bob. That's all I'm gonna say. This motherfucker killed it, and in the limited capacity of what he was. As I'm saying, man, I'm gonna give it like 5. I'm giving it 5 months. I thought it was fucking great. I have no issues with it. It's one of my favorite Marvel movies. Now, people might watch this and be like, "What the hell is he talking about?" The movie wasn't like that. That's my opinion. I loved it. So
I gotta go see this movie then.
Yeah. So Matt, what about you, man? You seen anything new lately?
The newest movie that I saw, and it's been a while since I've been to the theaters. I'm a lot like Al. I can't go sit in the theaters. Anytime I go to a movie theater, my eyes are moving. I'm ready for the closest exit to get up out of there.
I feel you.
But last weekend I went and saw Sinners, and that, dude, that is one of the best movies I've seen in years.
Really?
Wow. That's what I've been hearing. I've heard a lot of good things about this movie.
How did my girl do?
Oh shit! I know you were kind of talking shit a little bit last week. We kind of brought it up for a second, like off camera. But when she spit in that man's mouth,
you know what? Now that you mention that, Matt,
yeah,
that would turn me on and nauseate me at the same time. I mean, you ain't spitting in my mouth. I'll watch it. Yeah.
No, I think you would have liked it.
I mean,
you would have liked it, man.
I kind of, yeah, man. Hey, man, the heat of the moment, shit get freaky, man.
Exactly.
Like, hey, I don't know. Just doing all kinds of shit
like that.
Well, look, in the heat of that kind of moment, it's vomit city for me. Ain't nobody spitting in my motherfucking mouth. Unless you want to be covered in vomit.
I've heard a lot of good things about it, though. And
I've heard nothing.
Ryan Coogler hasn't made a bad movie.
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan. You got Haley Steinfeld. Dude, we were talking about my man who literally hasn't aged. I hate that I can't remember it.
Is it Delroy Lindo? That's it, right?
Yes.
Delroy Lindo, yeah. Shout out to him. He's great.
Who else was in there? Big Boy from the 8 Mile.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was great.
His name in the movie was Cornbread. Fit perfect.
Cornbread.
True. So I think from start to finish, I mean, the way it started out, it gave you like a rundown of who they are, where they come from. Okay. Then, they meet their little cousin. Then they roll down through, and then the way that it like gets to the middle, you're like, oh, this shit's about to be over. Hell no, you still this, and this is about to happen. And then the way it ends is just it was perfect. The way that they filmed it, who they picked to play in it, it was just all around. It was a great film.
Now, I know this because of TikTok. Did you stay for the 2 end post credits?
Yes, sir.
Dude, how did you like the music?
The Future?
Oh, the music was great. I loved it, and I love that they kind of centered the movie. They centered it around that versus just being about full on, vampires. The majority of the movie was music.
Okay.
And these guys were trying to pretty much make a club for, people to come play their music, people to come have a good time. And then they bring in the vampires. Then the two kind of get together, and the way that they end it was perfect as well.
Like with the end credits, are they setting up like future installments, or is it just
I thought that too.
Okay.
I believe that they are.
Yeah. I mean, shout out to Ryan Coogler, man. As I said, I don't think he's made a bad movie in his filmography. I don't see a bad movie in there. So that's good stuff, man. You don't see a lot of like vampire movies with like a black vampire movie outside of like Vampire in Brooklyn. So,
yeah. Which pretty much is in, a toss up.
I don't know, man. I might have to go check it out. I want to see it. But like when Thunderbolts was like, I gotta go see that. But like, damn, I should have went and saw Sinners.
I want to see Thunderbolts. I want to see Sinners. But because of human beings, I can't go to the movie theater and enjoy it. So for me, I'm just gonna have to wait for it to hit the streaming service. Because I'm too old to be getting into fights, man. So
I think a lot of movies like they have like that 30, 45 day window where they put them on like demand. So because like Lilo and Stitch, I want to see that, but like the baby will probably be here by then. So I'm like, once it hits video on demand, I'll check it out that way.
Even on top of that, I mean, who's all going to be in there? Bunch of babies. You know how hard it is to go watch a movie in the theater with a bunch of toddlers? I could barely watch a movie with my toddler in my house. So
that's bad.
If it's not my kid, I'll be ready to pop some shit.
So, what did you rate Sinners, Matt?
I don't want to give it a 5 because 5 is a very high score, but I'll give it a 4.5. 4.5,
Nice.
I feel like is a very solid number for that movie.
Okay. Hell yeah, I'm have to check that out. Al, what about you, man? You seen anything recently?
I mean, not out in the movie theaters, but on streaming certainly. And that's that new movie with Huey, our boy Huey from The Boys.
Oh
Companion.
yeah, yes. I wanted
Bro.
to see that when it hit theaters, and I just didn't go. But I did watch it on Max. I think it was Max.
Yes, it was Max.
It's not like a scary movie. It's not like a horror movie. It's like a thriller maybe. But it's a really interesting take on like what the future could look like, in a weird way. Yeah.
No, and dude, he plays because it doesn't come off like he's an asshole at first. I mean, it's on streaming, so we can spoil this if you haven't seen it already. So his girlfriend is artificial intelligence, but she doesn't know that at first, which was weird. Yeah, it was weird and good.
Yeah.
And when push, when push came to shove, he played the asshole role.
Oh yeah,
really, really, really well.
He's an asshole in everything except The Boys. Like he's an asshole in Scream too. Like he was one of the Ghostface. He plays that asshole role really well.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
But I liked it though. The Companion. I thought it was solid.
Yeah, he did great in it. The chick who played the artificial intelligence did great. The guy who played the short gay dude. I mean, like, dude, our boy from You and American Horror Story was in it.
Oh yeah. And what bugged me out about it was like that plan that they had. Like they could have went about that a smoother way.
Way smoother.
Like the way it broke down, it was like, and then once she got a hold of his phone and where she could like dictate her settings, like I was rooting for her the whole movie.
I was rooting for her the whole movie too. Yeah, that was a good movie. That's a Companion on Max. That I'll give it 4 out of 5 blunts. I'll go ahead and give it 4 out of 5 blunts. Now, before we move on, I did see one more movie. This was on Stars. Martin Lawrence was the main character.
Ooh, okay.
And another guy that played opposite side of him was he was on Prison Break and a couple of other things.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember the name.
It's new.
Mind Cage. Yeah, it's shit.
I didn't even think Martin Lawrence was doing anything but Bad Boys anymore.
You know what? And this came out before Bad Boys, and you know how in Bad Boys you can see where he's slowing down, like something
for sure, yeah,
appears to be wrong with him. This shows a little bit more in this movie. Yeah, it gets 1.5 out of 5. The movie was terrible.
I was ready to go and watch it. You just made me say, yeah, I won't watch that.
John Malkovich.
Wow. John Malkovich. And the movie sucks.
Yes.
That's surprising.
Wow.
Yes. I'm Mind Cage or look it up. It was so bad. I was really shocked because this is where, Martin is a cop.
Typical Martin movie.
That's his natural habitat right there.
You know what I'm saying? But in this one, there's no comedy in this one as far as Martin. There's no comedy coming out of him.
Oh, that's why it sucks then.
Well, you see, Martin is a better actor than this. I don't know what's wrong with him. I hope he's okay.
He's 76 years old. I mean, damn.
I remember he had stroke. I don't know if he's been the same since that.
With stars like this, you would think that this movie would be
At least decent.
Yeah, and it wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't.
That's
I mean,
tough.
feel free to check it out because there's some. Basically, John Malkovich has a gift because he was visited by an angel. Because he was locked up for what he did. If he draws your face when he goes to sleep, he literally can possess you, if you will,
Oh.
and be free, if you will.
Oh wow.
So he was a serial killer. So even though he was in jail, he
Oh.
got to continue his work.
Okay.
And yeah, and
See,
I thought Martin would be great. It's one of the few movies you get to see Martin die in. There you go, spoiler alert.
Damn.
I ain't never seen Martin die in a movie.
I'm sorry, I can't look it up, but it's Martin and John Malkovich. There's a couple other actors in there that are good. I thought were going to be good. Yeah, the movie gets 1.5 out of 5 blunts. It's terrible.
Jeez.
Don't watch it. I'll spare you. But if you want to watch it because you're curious, feel free.
Well, like
just don't say I made you do it.
It's like twisted metal bad is what you're saying.
I don't think I appreciate your disrespect, sir.
I was about to bring that up. That means a lot coming from Al. 1.5 means a lot. Al likes the shittiest of the shittiest.
Oh, so you're gonna jump on the disrespectful van too, huh?
No, you love that Christmas movie you made us all watch.
Whoa. I most certainly did not like Hot Frosty. That was hot garbage. Okay. I never said I liked that fucking movie, man.
That's one of the worst. But you cried when you were watching Twilight.
Hey, Twilight's a good damn movie, bro. All right. No, I apologize for making you guys watch Hot Frosty. I apologize for that. Okay.
Yeah, you did.
How dare you bring up old shit, man? You see,
I have to. It's just burning in the back of my mind because I wasted almost 2 hours of my life on that fucking movie.
Was it that long?
I was waiting like the whole time.
It was pretty close.
Like, when is this gonna?
When's it gonna get good?
Like, when's the thing happen where it gets good? And I'm like, I was like,
are you talking about Twisted Metal or Twilight?
Probably both.
No, I was like Hot Frosty. I watched that and I laughed the whole time, but it wasn't good laughing. It was like,
hey, we'd like to welcome James to the show. Hey, dude, Hot Frosty, I watched for a second time just to make sure it was garbage.
Geez.
That's how I know you liked it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
See, I still don't like your tone. I don't like both your tones. Okay, I said just to make sure.
That's crazy work.
No, even when my wife walked in and said, "You're watching that again," I said, "I just need to make sure this doesn't mean that I like it."
That definitely means you like it.
Now, I admit to liking Twilight. That's a good damn movie. I don't give a damn what y'all say.
I like all the Twilights.
Thank you.
I can accept Twilight. I can't accept Twisted Metal. That's where my line's at.
Hey, by the end of this summer,
yeah,
you're gonna come on the show and admit how much you love Twisted Metal.
How about this? I'm already dug into this position. Even if Twisted Metal is good, I still have to shit on it.
Bro, because I'm a good big brother.
This sibling rivalry is crazy because I would just feel like, okay, it sounds cool, I'll watch it, but
because I'm a good big brother, I'm gonna reach in and help you out of that hole that you dug yourself in. All right, bro? Because I'm a good big brother. You're gonna love this show. All right, you're going to love it.
Man.
But hey, that was Marcus at the movies. I don't know what we're gonna call it. That's still a work in progress. We want to thank Matt for joining us. He's going to be hopping off.
Of course,
Matt. Appreciate it, Matt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, Matt, thanks for waiting for me so long. Appreciate it.
Matt will be back with us next week. We will have a special guest on by the name of Trey. So feel free to tune in next week. Trey is an artist that we're going to be talking to. So yes, please feel free to tune in next week. We'll try to post when we'll be streaming. That way everybody's ready to see Trey on the show. All right.
Yes,
so thank you, Matt. We'll see you next week, bro.
Thank you, brother. Love you.
Yeah. So yes, Marcus and James. I'm unsure if did you watch The Last of Us, James?
I watched some of it. Yeah. So I was kind of doing some other things at the same time. I haven't watched a lot of TV in the last week, unfortunately. It's been pretty busy.
Episode 3 and 4, I'm assuming is what we're going to be discussing today. Now, episode 3, essentially, we didn't really get much in episode 3.
Felt like a filler episode.
I hate to say that because then that kind of says the episode was shitty. But I mean, we got
like this to advance the story.
We got Tommy's grieving. I will say this: I'm actually surprised that the one who is more riled up about what happened is Ellie than Tommy. Tommy seems a little bit reserved, considering that was his brother that just got killed. The guy that called Ellie and Dina dykes in previous episodes. In this particular episode during the council meeting, this is where they decide whether or not they send a crew out to go take care of these dudes that killed Joe. And in this council meeting, the one dude that you wouldn't think was on her side was literally the first and only one. I mean, what there were like maybe 3 on the council that voted.
Yeah, it was like 3-8 or something like that. 3-9.
So that kind of set up. Well, did it really set up? Maybe it just set up the journey that they're about to embark on. So they don't send a whole crew out, but Dina and Ellie decide to go out. And my man who was against her, hooks her up with a sandwich, his rifle, which was better than hers, sends them on their way.
They set it up for them to be able to leave in the middle of the night.
Yep.
I get it. Be caught. I thought, I think Tommy's going to end up out there himself. I get why he didn't go, considering his position in the town. But at the same time, like, that's your brother. Like, something happened to you, I'm out there. When, like, whether a crew's with me or not, like, that's crazy. You don't get to kill our people and keep it moving. That's not how that works.
And get away with it,
Yeah, you definitely can't get away with that.
It leads into the following episode to where, Dina, they're already in Washington. They do a lot of time jumping, so they're pretty much in Washington already. We get the backstory of, because you know how Fedra started off, then you had the Fireflies. Now you have what are the Wild Foxes?
Well, WLF,
yeah, whatever they are. And then you have the Scar people, who I don't play the game, so I'm unsure what their position is in the game.
Yeah, it's almost like a cult.
That's what they're making it seem like.
Well, like a religious cult. But the way that episode started, though, bro, that's old boy. Like, he's been in everything. I can't remember his name, but he's been in all kind of stuff.
Yeah, he's been in Westworld.
Yeah. He's the
Hunger Games. He was in the Hunger Games.
It's great in that. That's a great movie.
Yeah.
I felt like he was in.
Oh, he was in Shaft.
Yeah.
He was in the first Shaft. He played the Dominican dude in Shaft. Peoples. He played Peoples Hernandez.
Peoples Hernandez. That's a fact.
He is a phenomenal actor.
Yeah.
Oh, did we? Okay, there we go. We got you back. We thought we lost you, Marcus. But he played Peoples Hernandez in Shaft. And in this episode, it starts off where he's riding with Fedra. One of the guys from Fedra is telling a story. Now, you can kind of see what dickheads the people from Fedra were. Yeah. You can kind of already see how disgusted he was in his face. And you had the one innocent dude in the crew who asked an innocent question. Why do we call him this? Which,
it's fair.
And when they answered him the way they did, and my man had to butt in and let him know, I was like, ugh. And when he stepped out, he's like, I knew something was up when he stepped out alone. He's like, I got this. We don't want to make it look a certain way. It always looks a certain way. Let's not do it that way. I got this. And then he picked the one dude out. And there he is right there.
Yeah.
Yes. Do we have a name?
He's been in all kind of stuff. He's I I think he's the Watcher on Marvel's What If animated show. I'm pretty sure he does the voice of the
Yes,
Watcher.
I think he is. I
He's
believe he
awesome.
is. He's
That cat is
yeah.
awesome.
Dude, when he steps out and he has Homeboy come out, rolls right back up to the Fedra truck and literally just tossed 2 grenades in there and shuts the door. I thought that was
how you get it done. That's how I would imagine you get it done. I mean, just do it quick.
And then he put a bullet in the one that spilled out, the driver, because it was less of a bang for him being in the front seat.
But I thought, like you said, I thought something was up with his demeanor, and then when he got out and was like, "I got this. I'm gonna do it. We got to do it a certain way." I was like, "That's kind of odd. You don't want backup with this group of people out here." But yeah, and he picked the one guy that wasn't really as ignorant as these dudes. Like, he looked like
he was brand new.
Fresh. Yeah, he was fresh, so he didn't know. And yeah.
And then they time jump. Now you saw how innocent that dude was, because when they time jump, they show that very dude. Man, we didn't get his name, but they show him torturing one of the Scar people.
Oof.
So he essentially became what the Fedra people would. What he turned his back on, he essentially became exactly that. So literally, just how Rick became Shane, that's essentially what he did in this scene. What got me is how dedicated that dude was. One, we didn't really need to see him naked. There's no need for that dude to be naked. That
wasn't necessary.
We could have done without that.
That's always in movies to me. Like, I don't understand why
they just want to show a man's penis.
If you're gonna do that though, like, just like Oz, you knew. So it's like, if you're gonna watch that, you kind of know what's going on. But like when it's a surprise in a movie and you're watching it with your girl or your kid, it's just really like, okay, that's what we're doing. It's uncomfortable.
Like dude, it was just now
and
in
it's
that
always
scene,
like
the dude,
quick, you don't expect it. You know what I mean? It's not like, all right, that's what you're showing that to me. Like in this movie.
I will say this about the naked dude in this scene though. That scene, their monologue, was phenomenal.
Yeah,
phenomenal. When he burned him with that pan, because you know how he explains how heating up this particular type of metal, how fast it does. The handles are still cool even though it's heated up. And when he burned his hand, took the pot back to rewarm it up, thinking he was going to get more information, and before he could even turn his back, Scarface had his other hand out. That is dedication.
Yeah.
And my man pretty much was like, you know what, this is senseless, and just shot him. And now you go to the 2 guys standing outside the door. The one that was on the left was the dude that was innocent in the very first scene. And you saw how he ended it. He was like, oh, that scumbag got what he deserved. You saw how numb he was in the face to everything that was going on. Like
the time jump, what was it? Was it 20 years? The time jump?
No, I don't think it was that long.
It was like 11 years. I think that was like 2018 or 2019. And then I think it jumped to like current time, like whatever they're in 2029, 2030. Yeah, that was
an extremely strong scene. And then now online I hear people talking about they were emphasizing Ellie and Dina's relationship. How dare you, Matt? How dare you?
I mean, that's an HBO staple, man. There's gonna be some dicks in there. There will be penises.
Yeah, unfortunately.
What do you do during a scene like that, if you don't mind me asking? Like if you're watching it with someone else, and like, do you just?
Well, one, you gotta hope you ain't watching it with your mom.
If they're watching it.
One, you gotta hope you ain't watching it with your moms or your pops. Right. 2, unlike me, if my wife walks in on a scene like that and she sees me watching something like that, she's automatically going to be like,
Yeah.
She won't even say it. She'll just shake her head at me.
Like disappointment.
I'm not the one who wrote this. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm not the one who wrote this in.
I got you.
It's not. But like, Yeah, we didn't, but they do emphasize a lot in this particular episode on Dina and Ellie's relationship, and I guess folks are having an issue about it. But I thought it was extremely adorable.
Yeah.
And
You know,
when Ellie, go ahead.
I'm sorry, brother. You know what it reminded me of? Season 1, that episode with Ron Swanson and his dude. Like, I thought it was done tastefully. It wasn't like overt, like over the top or just in your face, but it was like, yeah, man.
Yeah, Ron Swanson scenes were they were done as tastefully as you could. The beard
Yeah.
wrestling was a little uncomfortable, but
It's HBO.
that
They're gonna go there.
that is what that is.
Yeah, they're gonna go there. I thought this episode was done. I thought it was like
Ellie saves her life.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that part.
Because she gets bit, and dude, I give it to Dina. Now I will say that Dina, for my personal taste, hesitated, and that's because she loves Ellie.
Mm-hmm.
But she did have that gun ready to go.
Oh yeah, she had it on her the whole time.
And
but as soon as like tell, like, okay, you know how close these two are. Like, wouldn't it have come up at some point? Like, hey, I'm kind of immune, just in case some shit happens. And like, she's like, why did you do that? But like, Ellie, they told her anything, so it's like, bro, we're in apocalypse. You just got bit. I gotta put you down now, right? Like, because you're gonna come after me if I don't. So I just feel like she should have like expressed that at some point over the last few years they've known each other. But
yeah, because this is somebody you trust, so you figure it'd be something. And then the pregnant thing, we find out that Dina's pregnant now.
Yeah, but that, like when they were like running from that, when they were in the train station, and those herds were coming in and like going like busting through the train trying to get them, I was like, yo, this is intense, bro.
I actually thought we were going to lose Dina there.
I was like, that's all Ellie needs is to lose her girl now too.
But TikTok kind of spoiled it for me, especially the gamers. So they play certain scenes in the game. So I kind of saw, spoiler. I mean, I don't know if they're going to play it out that way, but I believe they're going to allow Dina to have the baby, and then she's going to die. And then Ellie essentially is going to take care of the baby.
Okay.
So that's what people have been leaking online as far as the game is concerned. But these guys will change. But they have been keeping it somewhat close to the game.
That's true. They've been pretty close to the game. Because like, well, I don't want to spoil it, but like in the case of it does happen, like Tommy should be out there with them at some point.
Yes, because in the game he goes crazy.
Yeah, and he's gonna get fucked up because of it. But I'm curious, are they gonna give Abby her redemption arc like they did in The Last of Us 2? Because you can play it from Ellie's point of view, you can play it from Abby's. And like watching Abby's story and everything that she goes through after it, it's like, are they gonna? Because she's hated right now because of what she did, but there has to be a reason to it. She told us the reason, but I wonder if they're gonna do any POVs of like episodes, like from her view and like what she's doing.
I'm pretty sure they will.
Yeah.
And one other scene before we move on to the next thing. That acoustic version of "Take on Me."
Yeah.
That's actually her playing the guitar.
She did good, man. She did good. It sounds just like the acoustic version, like the one on YouTube. It sounds just like that. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah, they had like a big one. I can't remember where they were when they did it, but it was the dude from Aha, and he did like an acoustic version. It sounded just like that. Like Ellie did a good job.
Yeah, she did. And the way Dina was crying, that was a pretty strong scene. So yeah, great episode. Again, that's The Last of Us on Max.
I think there's only like 3 or 4 episodes left this season.
Oh.
So it's getting down to that's what I'm saying. Like they've already been renewed for season 3. So maybe Abby's story gets to that point, and maybe they leave it on a cliffhanger this year. But I mean, this year's been powerful so far, man. Joel's death.
Yeah, it's been great. It's been absolutely great.
Yeah.
Now moving on to the next thing. You. Season finale, final season.
Mm-hmm.
They finally wrap things up.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Joe Goldberg. So let's start off with episode 1, the luckiest guy in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Man, oh man.
He's a rock star in this first episode. He's like famous. They call him Prince Charming. Like he's the most famous man in New York.
Pretty
Walking around the
much.
streets. Like this dude is a stone cold serial killer. But it's like, hey man, he's that guy. And I love how because I'm gonna get into it later on too with him. I love how there's always some kind of turmoil with this dude. Like he can't just be happy. He can't just do things the way because he's a psycho. So it's like I love how his first instinct is like, oh, I'm just gonna, oh, you disagree with me? Die. Like, wow. That's your first instinct. It's not like, let's talk about it. Let's figure something out. No, it's like, I got to go dig a hole because I'm about to kill this person. It's like, and
this first episode,
this
first episode, they jump right into it because, with Kate taking over the company, running the show, she has her siblings. We have the twins, our girl from True Blood, who is, we're going to talk more about her. She is phenomenal.
Yeah, she killed it.
Kate's running the show. She's got a board she answers to, or, work, however you want to pan that out. Bob, what's his name? Bob? It was Bob. Come to think
Uncle
about
Bob.
it.
Yeah, Uncle
Yeah,
Bob.
Uncle Bob. So Uncle Bob was her dad's best friend. So Uncle Bob was kind of familiar with how the Lockwoods do business and such. And I guess he didn't like how Kate was running things and he was trying to get her out of there. So he comes up with some evidence from London. And like you said, Joe's first response, well, he's got to go.
Get him out of here.
He's threatening our family. This is threatening our family. This is threatening our existence. He's got to go. Now, in this particular instance, Marcus and James, I don't know if you watch this, but in this particular instance,
I watch it.
Now,
it's a great show.
I've been pulling for Joe from season 1. Okay, I don't care what anyone
Absolutely.
says. Does it make me sick? Whatever. Look, Joe has a tendency of linking up with hoes. These hoes do things that land them dead. If you're gonna be a nosy hoe, if you're gonna be a hoe, that's one thing. If you're gonna be a nosy hoe, that's like double. Look, right. I'm not saying that I would do said things, but being able to watch this, it brings me a little bit joy that, hey man, this motherfucker can get away with it.
Right.
Keep getting away with it. Now there were certain instances where, yes, should he have stopped? No, but okay. He should have just Love, for example.
That was it. That was the perfect person for him. She's the killer too.
She is your equal psychopath.
That's what you need.
Accepting it, he just does this. No, I'm doing it with you.
That's a fact.
Team.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Take that couple that they were trying to have that's
true love.
That swap with, right? You could have swapped with that couple. After you finish banging them, you kill them. Or put him in the box. There's a ton of ways you could have done it. You know what I'm saying? There's a ton of ways that he could have enjoyed doing what he'd like to do with Love.
I'm glad you brought it up, bro, because when he starts in his little monologues and I just want somebody to accept me. Oh, I just I've been hiding.
That's what Micah says.
And it's oh my goodness, I want to kill people. Bro, you had that. And it disgusted you. You remember? He was going to kill Love. And it's I'm pregnant. Oh, okay, I'm not going to kill her. He was disgusted that she murders people. It's bro, look in the mirror.
But at that point, wasn't she cheating with the young dude? I can't remember because my memory.
No. Love killed the ex, and he was disgusted by that. Love was with him until the next season once he started slipping and stepping out on her. But Love was cool. the whole time she just killed that Candace chick or somebody, and he was like, "Oh, you're a monster," and it's like, "Oh my goodness."
If you're a threat, I mean, male or female, to whatever they're trying to put together, you know,
you got to go.
I mean, yeah, they got to work together to make that happen. I think, and it's really, I don't know. I thought it was really cool from the first season too. I always go back to it. It's one of those shows for me.
And when he's choking Bob out,
that was convenient, bro. The camera wasn't working. Bob's door was unlocked. Like,
real convenient.
He's ready to go.
Yeah, Bob was ready to go.
Yeah, he's ready. That's just assisted him.
I feel like at some point you just have to, you know, if you know you're going anyway, you might as well just relax and let it happen. There's no, if you got a gun to my
go
head,
quietly into the
I'm
night,
just gonna
right?
close my eyes. let's just get this over with.
Now, you know, Matt says Joe reminds me a lot of Al. I'm convinced this show's about Al.
That's wild.
Now look, just like Klaus and Damon on Vampire Diaries and Homelander, I just share particular traits with these dudes.
He was more unhinged this season, though. This is the first season that I was not rooting for him.
Is there a more?
Bro, do you think?
I was rooting for him all this time until this season. I was like, you know what?
Let's not jump because I'm gonna disagree with you there. I wanna. I don't care what anyone says. I was rooting with Joe.
Now it's getting good.
The whole time. Okay. When Kate gave him the okay to kill Bob.
Oh yeah.
You saw the happiness it brought him. He actually thought that she loved me.
He probably came a little bit.
Oh yeah, more than like. Speaking of coming, man, this dude like to jerk off any chance he gets. This nigga's jerking off, bro. Like what the fuck, dude?
He falls in love with everybody. If you even talk to this dude, oh hey you, what? What are you talking about? And I don't want to be rude because you know we all have our ladies. Why? I feel like every season, his woman got progressively worse looking. Not to rag on it, but
Marcus, why are you in my head? You see, I'm glad you brought it up. That is Marcus at AOL.com. Marcus at AOL.com. I'm glad you brought
Marcus
it up.
for sure.
I'm going to say this.
Did you say Marcus at AOL.com?
You know, Marcus at AOL. Okay. Send all your comments.
So he said it. Okay.
So you start.
I got it.
You start off with make sure. You start off with Beck, who is a very attractive young lady.
Right.
Then you move on to Love, who in a lot of lights is attractive, and then in certain lights they can make, you know, as long as she's not crying, you know, certain people they just shouldn't have cry on camera. And Marianne, who is in The Last of Us as well.
That's true.
She's pretty. Then you move on to like Kate was when things were, if you're going to go Marcus's route, when Kate showed up, that's when things started to go on the decline when it came to looks.
Yeah.
With not to say that the lady who plays Kate isn't attractive.
No, but
let's clear that up. I mean, Kate.
Marcus says that she's a little bit ugly.
Sorry to interrupt.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying they.
Are you saying Kate is like on a 1 to 5? Like, can you give a?
There we have
stars, hearts,
right.
Whatever it is.
Thank you, Micah. It's literally in order. Like that's. I'm not. Come on, my eyes.
It's in order for you.
Like the way, the progression of it. I'm not saying Kate's ugly, but I'm like.
Okay, as long as we're on the same page there, but. So you feel like it just progressively okay?
Yeah, like it just until he got to the last one, and I'm like.
So out of all those, there's no certain type for you. You start at the beginning, and then the last one's the ugliest.
I mean,
that is James at AOL.com. James at AOL.com.
No, I'm just asking. I just want to know where you like where your scale is there because I'm really curious because personality means a lot to me too. But I think they're all
personality.
attractive. They're
Yeah,
all
they
attractive.
are.
The last girl, her eyeballs were awesome. Like Marcus and I knew a girl back in the day who had a pair of eyes. We nicknamed her Hungry Eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I remember
Like,
Hungry Eyes.
Yeah.
this chick, when I look in
memories?
her eyes and the way she looked at Joe, I'm like, man, she's got hungry eyes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So in
Hard to
certain
resist
lights,
for any man.
you know, in certain lights, she's real pretty, and then there were certain lights where they made her kind of, look a little ugly. But like, she's not an unattractive woman. She's an attractive woman, But according to Marcus,
and
Marcus has high standards. Is that what you're saying?
No, I just feel like
I just want to. I'm just trying
on
to.
a high. I mean, like,
Okay.
maybe I think the personality wise, it definitely mattered in this sense because you could get where each flaw. Well, I don't want to say flaw, but you could get where the issues was with Beck to Love to Marianne to Kate and everything. But like the way it was with Kate, I thought that they were good. But that's where, like you said, when you brought up, like when she gave him the okay, like he's thinking like, oh, she's good with this. Like,
yeah,
I can be
I'm her
myself,
knight,
and I'm just saving us. But it's like, no, man, you were just killing people, and that's a bit much.
You can't do both.
I guess he thought he could.
I mean,
he thought he could.
I mean, sometimes you know what I mean. Sometimes that's just what knights do.
Because that first episode ends with her sister.
I don't know. It's
ends with her sister accusing her of killing Uncle Bob, and like, I'm going to get down to the bottom of it. And then again, what's Joe's response?
Instinct. We got to get right out of here.
We need to take this bitch out. Now, instead of killing her, he does what Joe does. Stalks her. These are at the office. Snatched her up and then puts her in the cage. And then what do we end up finding out when he puts her in the cage? He got the wrong twin.
Boo Boo. She called him Boo Boo the whole show.
And that particular twin actually liked Joe. So
yeah, she was solid. I mean, Reagan was like a scumbag though. Not that she deserved what she got, but like, I don't want to get there, but she was a scumbag person though. So
yes. Not to say that
you got to be careful with those.
Yeah.
Like Joe, and to be fair to Joe, like he is a serial killer, but like it's almost like he could justify everything he's done to this point with like
for love.
Yeah, for love, or like the comedian that was like a pedophile. And like the dude that was gonna kill him, like Paco's
he's trying to protect somebody.
Yeah, so it's like you could justify a lot of the things he's done to this point, but
I mean, I feel like any of it could be justifiable depending on his state of mind at the time and what his end goal was, right?
And to a certain extent, like I kind of agree with the way he's justifying somebody's murder. Some of these people got to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Again,
but
know what I mean?
But that shouldn't be the first instinct, though. It shouldn't be like your first thought is like out of here. Like you could be like, "Hey, let's do this," or like,
I'm gonna disagree because sometimes it's your first instinct, but you have to choose to make a better choice. But sometimes you can't help what your first instinct is what you think about.
I live in a world where you should know better.
That's.
I mean,
if you're making me do this, it's your fault. You know.
I mean, he's been doing it for years, and he's been clean. Like I don't even say he's gotten away with it. Like they've just put it out there, but just spun it, changed the narrative. So it's like everything he did was to protect himself, or it's like self-defense or whatnot. So I guess at that point, he's like, I can't not get away with it at this point. Like shit.
And like for me, when Bronte introduced herself, I automatically thought that she was a plant. Like from the first time, like I didn't know what kind of a plant, but I always thought she was like, I automatically thought that Kate being who she was sent her to do what she was doing. That's what I thought initially. Then when you move on to the third episode, Bronte being nosy. Like,
Oh,
she survived. The last couple of bitches I got nosy. We saw how that ended up.
oh, she did. She did get to. She locked herself in the box, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was right before he kidnapped the twin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like didn't he like fire her and like rehired her?
Brought her
like,
back. Yeah, rehired her. And then like when he locked up, especially when he locked, moving to that episode after she got out, when he locked up the wrong twin.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, he's always getting himself into some shit, and you're wondering how the fuck he's going to get out of this.
Yeah.
Then when he recommends, hey, you should become Reagan because of what Reagan was trying to do in the company, Joe's going to take her out. Joe's going to kill her.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Joe figures, I kill her, you take her place, you get her husband, the kid you carried, things work out.
Yeah.
I actually thought that plan was brilliant. But then Joe being Joe, distractions, he's fucking up. Like,
oh, let me speak. Reagan whooped his ass in that house. She gave him work. I know he didn't think that was gonna happen because he even said at one point, "Like, what the fuck is this?" I'm like, "Why she running? Just whoop him! Like, what are you running for? He can't
and
fight."
here's my thing. Here's my thing with Joe. Like, dude, you're a serial killer.
Why
bro.
he's a killer? You gotta be careful with guys like that. You gotta be real careful with guys that'll get beat up by a woman. They will shoot your ass.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Safety
it's like, dude,
believe
you're up close. You like to get up close and personal with your victims.
Mm-hmm.
You should be a black belt in something.
He's
a
terrifying individual.
Nobody should be handling
something, bro. She gave him work from the get-go, like from the jump.
That's the best.
Why is he running? That's what I was thinking at one point. What are you running for? Just stay there and square up.
Finished.
Like, what's he gonna do?
I think one uppercut. You know what I mean? Just like try to cover up, but as soon as you keep, like at some point we gotta end this. I don't want it to end with me running away.
So that never works out. Like that never works out.
It's just a show. In real life, I don't know, but in a TV show, like just
and being in New York, like, dude, how does a camera not catch you taking two bodies into a come on, man.
He just puts a hat on, like that's like a disguise or something. It's like
he looks like a common guy when he puts a hat on. I mean, who else?
Mm-hmm.
It's New York.
And the lady playing Reagan and Maddie, which are the twins. Her name is Anna Camp. She's also in True Blood. She was great in True Blood. Did the country thing. Like her range in the cage when she's interacting with her twin sister, aka herself.
Yeah.
Phenomenal work in the cage, bro. Phenomenal work in the cage. This season, there was several scenes in the cage that were phenomenal. That one, I think that particular episode, Joe finally bangs Bronte, aka Louise. So you see their relationship progressing nice and slow. And dude, she's playing her role real good, man. Because what we got, like 7 minutes? Yeah, like she plays her role real good because essentially she Monte Teos is dude. We find out that she Monte Teos is dude.
Catfish them.
And the way she sets it up, like, okay, we can pretty much jump because we got about 5 minutes. When she tries to break it off and she goes to the lodge with Dr. Nikki's son, who we find out is Dr. Nikki's son.
Yeah.
Because everybody's character is kind of playing into the first season, the way they're setting these episodes up. So Clayton is Dr. Nikki's son. He wants revenge because his dad is locked up. So, he's just hell-bent on getting it. Doesn't really want to see it any other way. The other two...
Bronte was like Beck's friend or like Beck was her TA or something like that.
And she was torn up when she saw that Beck died. And being the artist, if you will, that she was, she can kind of see the holes in the writing in Beck's book
Yes.
And she kind of puts two and two together. So, you know, essentially she was right, but then she falls in love with dude.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Joe does. Joe does his magic.
Yeah.
Worked her real good. But then again, you know, I'm like,
gets in trouble every time.
every time.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm thinking the whole time, like, yo, dude, like, I think Kate put her here for this. Like, I didn't see the catfish thing coming out the way it did, which I liked, because I kind of thought Kate is the one that put her there. Yeah. And then when she tells the cops that, hey, she killed him, because you saw how Joe looked at her before he slammed homeboy's head into the pavement.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, are you giving me the okay? And she kind of gave him them hungry eyes, and he's like, all right.
That'll do it. That's just enough.
Slam that. Which I thought was awesome. I also thought was justified because he was hitting her for no reason. You know, the chick told you to stay away. You guys had a plan. He wanted to go against it.
And it was on like Instagram Live or like TikTok Live or something, like for the world to see.
Did you see his face when he realized there's no way out of this? There is no, like, they got him good.
They had to spin it. Spin the narrative.
I knew several chicks were coming back. I thought Paco would have had more of an impact this season. They just had him have one line, which was a young kid
that he was looking after the first season. Yeah, in the building where the bookstore and his apartment's like on the second floor of the bookstore,
where his mom was getting beat up by the cop. Like, I kind of thought either he was going to come back either to screw Joe or help Joe, because you know he actually knew that Joe killed the cop. He knew Joe had to kill. You know, granted, everybody knew, but they didn't make it out. And then I knew Marianne was going to come back because you saw she made her appearance. Yeah. You could see she was rocking the bald head that she was rocking from The Last of Us, because she was rocking the same physical build that she had in The Last of Us. So you know they were kind of filming at the same time.
True.
I thought she would have came back a little bit earlier. I thought the Indian girl would have had more. I mean, granted, you know, she did have her part to play in this. What was her name again?
I can't remember. I know what you're talking about. Can't remember.
I like her. I don't know what her name is, but I like her.
She was great.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't know why she let Kate talk her out of like not shooting Joe. She should have just opened the cage herself and shoot Joe. Like, you just.
This dude was on another level, bro. To like. To put a spare key in your arm, like, how'd you know this was gonna happen? How'd you know that this could happen? That this was even a possibility? Like, this dude is another man. He's like the Michael Jordan of killing, bro. He's like the Michael Jordan of like serial killers.
I think this would give you like a GOAT debate, like for him and Dexter, right?
Yeah.
No, I haven't watched Dexter, but I've heard it was a great show.
All right, well,
but he's up there.
It was this is like, I think Dexter was like American Psycho, and then this was like a even better. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of my timeline.
Now, you know, to go back to what Matt said, like, I love Joe's murderous tendencies. Yes. I can justify the people. I can justify the reasons why he killed the people that he kills. Hey, dude, you have to do what you got to do, man. You know, you could have been a little bit smarter about certain kills, but you know, you do what you got to do.
He was new to the game.
But the stalking thing, you know, miss me with that shit.
He always kills his ex while he's cheating with the new one, and then he's gonna do that. That cycle just continues.
And it's like once he finds a woman that is willing to accept him, they're always
falls in love.
Yeah, something happens. Turns out, well, you know, now I got to kill this bitch, and I can't be with her. You know, Matt,
he lied to Kate. Like he didn't let.
I'm
Kate
a just person, Matt.
Like all the stuff that he had gotten into, he didn't tell Kate all the killings.
No. And I thought she knew.
No, yeah, that's what I thought. But clearly she did.
Kate dove into this not knowing anything, and like I thought she knew, and
she won me over this season. Like I did not like her.
She dove in head first. Sorry to interrupt you, but yeah, she's all the way in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I became a fan of hers this season. Like I thought season 4 she was annoying, but this one I was like, nah, I get where she's coming from. I'm rocking with her. Like Joe's a problem.
Yeah, and you know, to wrap it up, like I don't know what I was expecting in the season finale. I'm just pissed that she shot him in the dick. He got caught up by this bitch, and it ended the way it did. Like, dude, you got out of the cage. You shot Kate. You hit her in the head. You hit head with the hammer. Why didn't you just finish the job? You got set up. The fact that she survived.
Oh, Kate's a beast, man.
You know what I mean? Like,
how'd she get out of the fire?
And I give her character all the credit in the world to be able to raise a murderer's son.
Yeah.
Comfortably. Because she actually loves the kid, which is, on her part, best
And
thing
that
ever.
little guy, he looks just like her. Like the actors, they look very similar. I was like, maybe that's her kid.
I hope there's a spin-off show where Henry grows up to be a murderer just like his dad, and he's killing people. That's what I'm rooting for.
No,
Absolutely.
bro. Absolutely. This is the season I turned on him, man. I was like, I could rock with a lot of the stuff until this year. He just got to the point where he's sickening. Like, I want to be loved, I want to be accepted, but like, bro, what you're doing is not acceptable. But you had somebody that did accept it, and you were terrified by her. You were afraid of her. You had issues with her. She was never going to hurt him. I mean, until the end, when like it was clear that like, okay, I'm gonna have to do it before she does. But
Joe, in my opinion, was a psychic. Okay, he could see the future. He knew where things were going to end with these broads, which is why he was preparing himself. I
didn't like how it ended, but I love that he got caught. And they're gonna make him a martyr in prison, but like, nah, I thought he should have.
My wife wanted him to die. I was like, but I wanted him to kill Kate. I wanted him to kill Marianne. I wanted him to kill Bronte. Bronte was a catfishing hoe who deserved to get choked out nice and slow. Somebody write that down. All right.
Should have never killed Love,
somebody write that down. It's crazy.
Look, I know he should. Y'all keep saying he should have never killed Love. Love was a cheating hoe. All right, a cheating hoe.
No. Love
who had
might
to go.
Mess with the young guy. She started messing with Theo because Joe was already stepping up. You remember they time jump it to when he was born, but like, bro, he was about to kill Love in that cage until she said, "I'm pregnant."
I'm pregnant.
Like, he's ready to kill her. Like, she's on his like death note at that point. So my thing is, you look at her like she's some kind of evil monster, but like she's that thing that you're looking for, this acceptance, this love, this being yourself. Like, she was good with it. Like, she been killing longer than him, or about the same amount. You remember she killed her babysitter when her and her brother were kids. Like,
when she was young.
It's like she's on this. She's on your time, and like, you want other people to accept it. It's like, bro,
let's not forget that throat punch that Kate threw at Joe when he tried to attack her.
I loved it.
He
was getting his ass kicked this whole season. I was like,
this whole season
he can't fight. And you know what? This is the first season where he looked sloppy. Like, his plans were sloppy. Like, it felt like he was more like rushed, more emotional about stuff. I'm just like, how do you fall in love? You just have a conversation with a woman, and you're like, I love her. She's the everything. She's the earth. I didn't know I was missing.
As a show in its entirety, I will give it 4 out of 5 blunts, but I'm going to say this about this season. This season gets 3 out of 5 blunts because of how sloppy they made him. This is Joe we're talking about here, dude. Yeah, certain things he did sloppy before, but not the way he, not the way he
was extra messy this year. Yeah.
Which is kind of why I was kind of mad he got locked up the way he did. He's talking about kill me. Like, yo, dude, you could have easily snatched that gun out of her hand and shoot yourself if you didn't want, So, like, I don't know what I was expecting, but again, as an entirety of 5 seasons, it gets 4 out of 5 blunts for me. What about you, James? You'll go 4 too. What about you, James?
I'm like a half blunt ahead of you. I say like 4.5 to 3.5, not 4 to 3.
Right on.
I liked it from the first season. I like the progression. It's a tough, I think you're like right on point with your assessment. I think I like it a little bit more. I like the nerdy, kind of like scary, doesn't want to fight kid turns into killer. But I see exactly what you're saying. Like, maybe he's getting a little too ahead of himself.
Or he's definitely,
Selfish.
And let's remember too, man, Joe's mama made him this way. You know, women have been disappointing him his whole life. So,
Yeah.
I mean, what the hell do you expect?
Yeah.
Kill all them bitches, Joe. So that's You on Netflix.
That's like a thing. That's like a weakness in him to a degree. Like I think, like the psychology
Trauma.
of the character, they showed like his, like James said, like his progression. But at the same time, it's like it always came back to that, like you said, the same issue: a woman being loved, being accepted, being cared for, whatever. Like, that's the whole issue. It kept coming back to it.
Yep.
He should have died though.
I don't think it's good.
Yeah, he definitely should have died. That's what the wife thought. But we want to thank James for joining us, man. We appreciate that.
Appreciate
that.
Yes,
Is that's You on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
It's the final season. Check
Yeah.
it out. All 5 seasons are on there. If you haven't checked it out, you can binge watch it on Netflix. Again, we'll be talking about The Last of Us. That's a weekly thing. That's on Max. So tune in next week. We'll be talking to Trey, guys. We'll give you guys updates on which day exactly we'll be talking to Trey. So hey, signing off. I am Al, joined by James and my brother Marcus. Peace.